kailabreece.
Former UK Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher said about women, "Women have plenty of roles in which they can serve with distinction. Some even run countries, but generally they are better at wielding the handbag than the bayonet." Now, as much as I like Miss Thatcher, I wonder how she envisions the future roles of men and women. A gender role is defined as a set of perceived behavioral norms associated with males or females in a social system. For example, women cook and clean, men fix cars and take out the garbage. There are those who are masculine and those that are feminine. And in almost all societies, to a certain degree, there exists some form of gender role system, although the workings of the system vary greatly from society to society. Many would argue that gender roles stem from basic differences in human biology. 19th century anthropology used descriptions of the Paleolithic hunter-gatherer society to explain evolutionary genetic differences. For example, the attributes needed to take care of offspring may have limited the female's physical faculty to hunt and assume positions of power. On the other side, more recent studies in sociobiology and evolutionary psychology have explained the same gender differences in social roles by calling them adaptations. Well, are gender roles nature or nurture? A person's gender role is composed of several elements and can be expressed through clothing, behavior, choice of work, personal relationships, and various other factors. These elements are not concrete and have evolved through time. For example, women's trousers. Traditionally, only feminine and masculine gender roles existed. However, nowadays, many different acceptable male or female roles have emerged. An individual can either identify themselves with a subculture or social group, which results in them having diverse gender roles. According to sociology research, traditional feminine gender roles have become less relevant in Western societies since industrialization started. The cliché that women do not follow a career is obsolete nowadays in most Western societies. Speaking to gender roles and employment, the elements of tradition seem to play a dominant role in deciding which occupations fit which gender. In the United States, physicians have traditionally been men, and the few people who defied that expectation received a special job description: woman doctor. Similarly, there were special terms like male nurse, woman lawyer, lady barber, male secretary, etc. In the former Soviet Union countries, medical doctors were predominantly women. And in Germany and in Taiwan, it is very common for all of the barbers in a barbershop to be women. Throughout history, some jobs that have been typically male or female have completely switched genders. Clerical jobs used to be considered men's jobs, but when several women began filling men's jobs during World War II, clerical jobs quickly became dominated by women. It became more feminized, and women workers became known as secretaries. Overall, jobs are continually evolving as far as being dominated by men or women. My question to my fellow intellectuals is this: what do you think about gender roles? Is it somehow biological in nature? Do men and women actually perform better at certain types of work? Do you think someone's gender should help define their role in a society? I am the first to admit that I am not the typical manly man. I don't know anything about cars. I don't like working with my hands. I cry during emotional movies. I ask for directions the second I think I'm lost, and I love to cuddle. Yet, I can grow a wicked beard. I love sports, and I like musty cologne. So, am I masculine enough to call myself a man? I say who cares? It is very 21st century and very urban to be what has been coined metrosexual. Now, although I would not consider myself in this category of men, I do not fit into any other defined male roles. I can cook, I can clean, I can do laundry, sometimes, and I use conditioner on my hair. I don't think gender roles are genetic. I think they are products of a patriarchal history. And as a new history is being written, gender roles will become less and less transparent until eventually one's gender will define them as much as their eye color. Not at all. This is kailabreece. What do you know?